My child, listen. There is a sound at your door tonight, a knock that does not wait, a voice that does not whisper. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold, his presence blazing brighter than the first morning light. He does not come with a gentle suggestion. He comes with a decree. Today, on October 18th, he says, I order you to open this right now. This is not a message for tomorrow. This is not a word for another season. This is for you, for your house, for this very night. You feel it, don't you? The air is charged, the atmosphere trembling. Heaven is not silent. The silence of delay is being shattered by the thunder of divine urgency. For too long, you have waited behind closed doors, hoping for a sign, longing for a breakthrough. Tonight, the waiting ends. Tonight, the knock is not just a sound, it is a summons. The angels are not passing by, they are pausing at your address, calling your name, demanding your attention. There is a reason Michael is not asking, he is commanding. Because what is about to happen in your house cannot be missed. The old patterns of hesitation, the habits of postponement, the chains of maybe later, they are breaking now. The difference between delay and destiny is a single act of obedience. The difference between silence and song is the courage to open when heaven calls. You are not being overlooked. You are being chosen, right now, for a moment that will echo through eternity. Feel the contrast. The world outside may be quiet, but the realm of the Spirit is roaring. The enemy would love for you to ignore this moment, to let the knock fade into the background noise of another ordinary night. But this is no ordinary night. This is the night the decree comes to your door. This is the night the Archangel himself stands guard, his sword drawn, his eyes blazing with purpose. He is not here to pass judgment, he is here to deliver a message that will shift the atmosphere of your home. You may wonder, why me? Why now? Because heaven's calendar has circled this date. Because your name is written on the scroll Michael carries. Because your house is marked for visitation, for protection, for breakthrough. The silence of the past is over. The thunder of now is here. Every second you hesitate, the urgency grows. But every second you listen, the door opens wider. Stay with me. Don't turn away. What you open next will change everything. The decree is not just for your ears, it is for your heart, your family, your future. The knock is not just a warning, it is an invitation. The Archangel is not just a messenger, he is a guardian, a witness, a champion for your cause. Tonight, the line between delay and destiny is drawn at your door. Will you open? Will you answer? The next moment holds the key. The next word unlocks the promise. Stay, because what comes after this knock is the revelation you have been waiting for. You may have wondered if anyone truly sees you. In the quiet corners of your life, when the world moves on and the noise fades, it's easy to feel invisible, like your prayers are whispers lost in the wind, like your hopes are hidden beneath layers of ordinary days. But tonight, that story changes. Tonight, heaven's eyes are fixed on you. You are not random. You are not forgotten. You are the one Archangel Michael is seeking. Heaven's spotlight is shining on your house tonight. Not by accident, not by chance, but by divine design. Out of all the places, out of all the people, your name is the one written on the scroll. Your address is the one marked for visitation. The angels are not searching for someone else, they are searching for you. The King's gaze is upon you, and the court of heaven is leaning in, waiting for your response. Feel the contrast. The world may have overlooked you, but heaven has chosen you. Where others saw your flaws, heaven saw your faith. Where others passed by, heaven paused. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are the one set apart, the one called by name, the one whose story is about to shift. The feeling of being unseen is being replaced by the certainty of being selected. The ache of being passed over is being healed by the joy of being picked out. You are the chosen one. Not because of your perfection, but because of your purpose. Not because you have never stumbled, but because you have always reached for the light. Michael stands at your door because your destiny is too important to be delayed. The scroll in his hand bears your name, and the decree in his mouth is for your ears alone. Heaven's attention is not scattered, it is focused, it is intentional, it is personal. Tonight, the angels gather around your house. The light of heaven pours through your windows. The King's favor rests on your roof. You are not just seen, you are celebrated. You are not just noticed, you are needed. The plans of heaven require your yes, your courage, your heart. The story of your life is being rewritten in golden ink, and the next chapter begins now. But why you? Why tonight? Stay with me. The answer is about to be revealed, and it will change the way you see yourself forever. There is a reason the door has felt so heavy. For every step you tried to take forward, something unseen seemed to pull you back. You have felt it in the quiet hours, a weight pressing against your hope, a shadow lingering at the threshold of your dreams. These are not just ordinary obstacles. These are the hidden oppositions, the silent chains, the locked doors that have tried to keep you from your breakthrough. Sometimes, it's the mistakes you remember, the words you wish you could take back, the choices that haunt you in the night. Sometimes, it's the voices of doubt, whispering that you are not enough, that you missed your moment, that the door is closed for good. The enemy loves to work in the shadows, to build invisible walls, to wrap your heart in chains of regret and fear. But tonight, those shadows are being exposed. The chains are being revealed for what they are, lies, not truth, delay, not destiny. Feel the contrast. The heaviness of the past is real, but it is not final. The locked doors have been strong, but they are not unbreakable. The mistakes you made do not define you. The delays you endured do not disqualify you. Heaven sees every tear, every prayer, every silent battle. Michael stands at your door not to remind you of your failures, but to announce that the time of opposition is ending. Tonight, the promise is greater than the problem. The intervention is stronger than the interference. The light of heaven is searching every corner, exposing every shadow, breaking every chain. The door that would not budge is about to swing open. The weight that pressed you down is about to lift. The things that blocked you are losing their power, because the decree has been spoken and the angels are moving on your behalf. You are not alone in this battle. The courtroom of heaven is opening. Your case is being heard. The judge is not silent, and the advocate stands ready. Stay with me, because what happens next will reveal just how much heaven is fighting for you. Step into the vision. The air shifts, and suddenly you are no longer standing in your room, you are standing in the center of a vast, radiant hall. Pillars of light stretch upward, higher than any ceiling you have ever seen. The floor gleams like crystal, reflecting the glory that fills the space. This is the courtroom of heaven, where destinies are decided and verdicts are spoken. You are not a spectator here. You are the one the court has been waiting for. At the front of the hall, a throne blazes with holy fire. The judge sits in majesty, eyes filled with wisdom and compassion. Around the throne, angels gather in solemn rows, their wings folded, their faces shining with expectation. And there, standing tall and resolute, is Archangel Michael. He is not distant. He is not silent. He stands at your side, your advocate, your defender, your champion. In his hands, he holds a scroll, your scroll. Your name is written in golden letters, shining brighter than the sun. The scroll is unrolled, and every moment of your journey is laid out before the court. The mistakes, the regrets, the times you stumbled, they are there, but so are the prayers you whispered, the tears you shed, the hope you held on to when everything else seemed lost. The enemy tries to speak, to accuse, to remind the court of every failure, every delay, every reason you should be denied. The voice of accusation echoes, cold and sharp, trying to drown out the truth of who you are. But Michael does not flinch. He steps forward, his voice ringing with authority. This one is chosen. This one is covered. This one is not defined by accusation, but by advocacy. The contrast is clear. Where the enemy brings fear, Michael brings favor. Where the accuser points to your past, your advocate points to your promise. The scales are not tipped by your mistakes, but by the mercy and purpose written into your story. You feel the weight of the moment. The silence is thick, every eye in the courtroom fixed on you. The judge leans forward, considering the evidence, reading the scroll, searching your heart. The gavel is raised, poised in the air. The anticipation is electric. Will the verdict be in your favor? Will the doors finally open? Will the chains finally fall? The answer hangs in the balance, and all of heaven waits for the decree. But you are not alone in this moment. Michael's hand rests on your shoulder, steady and strong. His presence is a shield, his words a sword. He reminds the court of every time you chose faith over fear, every time you reached for the light, every time you refused to give up. The angels nod in agreement, their voices rising in a gentle chorus of support. You are not just a case to be decided. You are a story to be celebrated. The judge's eyes meet yours, and you feel seen, truly seen. Not just for your failures, but for your fight. Not just for your wounds, but for your willingness to rise again. The gavel is about to fall, and the verdict is about to be spoken. The tension is almost unbearable, but hope is rising in your chest. You sense that something is shifting, that the old accusations are losing their grip, that the scales are tipping in your favor. Stay. Do not turn away. What is written on your scroll will surprise you. The next word spoken in this courtroom will not only change your night, it will change your life. The verdict is coming, and with it, a new beginning. The silence in the courtroom is electric, every breath held as the judge's hand hovers over the gavel. You can feel the weight of every accusation, every delay, every moment you wondered if your story would ever move forward. But then, with a sound that echoes through eternity, the gavel falls. The verdict is spoken, not in a whisper, but in a voice that shakes the very foundations of heaven and earth: acquitted. Released. Free. A wave of light sweeps through the hall, brighter than any sunrise, washing away the shadows of guilt and regret. The fire of heaven burns away every chain, every lie, every heavy memory that tried to hold you back. You are not condemned. You are not disqualified. The judge's eyes are kind, and his decree is final. The courtroom is filled with the sound of celebration, the angels rejoicing, Michael's face shining with victory. The weight you carried is gone, replaced by the lightness of freedom. Tonight, delay is broken. The old cycle of waiting, the endless nights of wondering when your breakthrough would come, those days are over. The decree is not just for your forgiveness, but for your acceleration. Where you once crawled, you will now run. Where doors were closed, they will swing open. The fire of heaven is not just for cleansing, but for igniting your purpose. The light that fills the courtroom is the same light that will fill your house tonight. Feel the contrast. The heaviness of guilt is replaced by the ease of grace. The slow drag of delay is overtaken by the rush of acceleration. You are not stuck. You are not left behind. The verdict has shifted the atmosphere, and the momentum of heaven is now behind you. Michael stands at your side, his sword lowered in peace, his eyes full of promise. The scroll that once listed your faults now proclaims your future. You are acquitted. You are accelerated. The fire that once threatened to consume you now lights your path. The light that once seemed distant now surrounds you, fills you, leads you forward. The judge's decree is not just a word, it is a force, a wind at your back, a new beginning written in the language of freedom. But what comes next? What is being transferred to you now that the verdict has been spoken? The keys and the crown await. Stay with me, because the next moment holds the treasures of heaven, ready to be placed in your hands. The verdict has been spoken, and the atmosphere in the courtroom shifts from tension to celebration. The judge's decree still echoes in the air, but now the focus turns to you. Michael steps forward, his armor gleaming with the light of 1,000 dawns, and in his hands, he carries gifts that are not just symbols, but the very resources of heaven, prepared for this moment, for you. First, he holds out a set of keys. They are not ordinary keys, but radiant, forged in the fires of purpose and promise. Each key is inscribed with your name, each one designed to open a door that has been locked for too long. Doors of opportunity, doors of healing, doors of reconciliation and restoration. Where you once stood before barriers, tonight you are given access. The keys are placed in your hands, warm with the energy of heaven, and you feel the weight of possibility settle into your spirit. No more standing outside. No more watching others walk through while you wait. The keys are yours, and the doors will open. Next, Michael lifts a crown. It shines with a brilliance that cannot be described, woven with threads of gold and light. This is not a crown for display, but a crown of authority. It is a sign that you are not just a survivor, but a ruler in the realm of your calling. The crown is placed gently on your head, and as it settles, you feel the shift. Confusion gives way to clarity, insecurity to confidence. You are not just being set free, you are being set in place. You are not just being released from chains, you are being raised to reign. The authority of heaven rests on you, and the world will see the difference. Then, Michael unrolls a scroll. The parchment glows with living words, and as you look, you see your destiny written out, promises, assignments, blessings, and breakthroughs. The scroll is not a mystery anymore. It is a map, a guide, a declaration of what is to come. Every line is a reminder that your story is not over, that heaven has plans for you, that your future is filled with hope. The scroll is handed to you, and as you touch it, you feel the wisdom and direction of heaven flow into your heart. Now, the three streams begin to flow. The first is clarity. Where there was confusion, now there is understanding. The fog lifts, and you see the path ahead with new eyes. The second is access. Where there were closed doors, now there are open gates. You are invited in, welcomed, given a seat at the table. The third is abundance. Where there was lack, now there is overflow. Blessings pour out, not just enough for you, but enough to share, enough to change the atmosphere of your house and beyond. Feel the contrast. The days of lack are over. The nights of confusion are ending. The season of being shut out is finished. In their place comes overflow, clarity, and open doors. The keys unlock what was hidden. The crown establishes your authority. The scroll reveals your purpose. You are not empty-handed. You are not left behind. Heaven's resources are now in your possession, and the streams of blessing are flowing in your direction. But how do you activate this transfer? How do you step into the fullness of what has been placed in your hands? Stay with me. The ritual begins next, and with it, the power to unlock every promise that has just been given to you. Tonight, the air in your house is different. It's as if the walls themselves are breathing, as if every corner is waiting for something holy to arrive. This is not just another night. This is the turning point, the moment when what was lost is returned, and what was broken is mended. The darkness that tried to linger is being pushed back by a new light, a dawn that breaks right in the middle of your night. You may remember the emptiness, the rooms that felt too quiet, the dreams that seemed to slip through your fingers. You may have walked through seasons where hope felt thin and laughter was rare. But tonight, the emptiness is being filled. The places where you felt lack are now overflowing. The silence is being replaced by the sound of restoration, relationships healed, opportunities restored, joy returning like the sun after a long storm. Feel the contrast. The night has been long, but the dawn is here. The things that were taken from you, peace, confidence, connection, are being brought back, not in pieces, but in fullness. The cracks in your heart are being sealed with the gold of heaven's love. The broken places in your story are being rewritten with lines of beauty and strength. Where there was mourning, there is now dancing. Where there was fear, there is now faith. This is not a distant promise. This is not a hope for another year or another season. This is happening in your house tonight. The angels are moving through your rooms, carrying gifts of restoration. The King's favor is resting on your roof. The light of heaven is pouring through your windows, touching every part of your life. You are not waiting for restoration anymore, you are receiving it. Are you ready to receive? The turning point is here, and it is yours. Let's declare it together, and watch as the fullness of heaven fills every empty place in your home. Take a deep breath. Let the air fill your lungs, let the moment settle in your heart. This is not a time to watch from a distance. This is your invitation to participate, to step into the promise that has been spoken over you. Passivity ends here. Tonight, you become an active part of heaven's decree. Stay with me. Right now, wherever you are, open your hands. Feel the energy in the room shift as you move from waiting to receiving. Speak these words out loud, letting them echo through your house, letting them rise above every doubt and every shadow. I receive the keys. I wear the crown. I hold the scroll of my destiny. Say it again, slowly, letting each word take root. I receive the keys. I wear the crown. I hold the scroll of my destiny. Now, for the next 20 seconds, focus your heart. Imagine the doors in your life swinging open. See the light pouring in, flooding every room, every memory, every hope. Picture the crown settling on your head, the scroll unrolling before you, the words of heaven shining with clarity. Breathe in the newness, breathe out the old. With every breath, you are opening the decree, unlocking the promise, stepping into the fullness of what has been given. Stay with me. Don't rush. Let this moment mark you. Declare, tonight, restoration is in my house. Tonight, I move from delay to acceleration. Tonight, I am chosen, I am free, I am restored. Repeat it as many times as you need, until your spirit feels the shift, until your heart believes it's true. You are not just a listener. You are a participant. You are not just hoping for change, you are activating it. The ritual is simple, but the power is real. The decree is open, the blessing is released, and the light is now yours to carry. Now, what is your mission with this new light? Stay with me, because the next step will show you how to overflow what you've received into the world around you. You are not meant to keep this light hidden. Tonight, you have received more than a blessing, you have received a commission. The decree that was opened for you is not just for your own heart, your own house. It is meant to overflow, to spill out into your family, your friends, your community, and beyond. You are now a carrier of heaven's promise, a living testimony that restoration is real and that breakthrough is possible. Feel the shift from isolation to connection. Where you once felt alone, now you are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, by angels who walk with you, by the presence of the King himself. The light that fills your house is not meant to stop at your door. It is meant to shine through your words, your actions, your prayers. You are a beacon, a lighthouse in the night, guiding others to hope, to healing, to the same freedom you have received. Let boldness rise in you. The fear that once kept you silent is being replaced by courage. The hesitation that once held you back is being broken by the authority of your new crown. You are not just a receiver, you are a releaser. You are not just restored, you are a restorer. The overflow in your life is the answer to someone else's prayer. The abundance you carry is the invitation for others to step into the light. See yourself as heaven sees you, chosen, equipped, and sent. Your story is a spark that can ignite faith in others. Your testimony is a key that can unlock doors for those still waiting. The decree does not end with you, it multiplies through you. Every room you enter, every conversation you have, every act of kindness you offer becomes a channel for the streams of blessing to flow. One final seal remains. Don't miss the closing anthem, where the promise is sealed and your journey is blessed for the days ahead. Stay with me, because the best is yet to come. Tonight, your house is marked by light. The old night has passed, and a new dawn rises over you and all you love. The shadows that once lingered at your door have been scattered by the decree of heaven. The silence of waiting has been replaced by the song of restoration. You are not who you were when this began. You are crowned, you are chosen, you are changed. Let these words echo in your spirit. Tonight, my house is marked by light. Tonight, my story is sealed with hope. Tonight, I step into the new dawn. Say it again, let it settle deep within you. The light that fills your home is not just for this moment, it is a sign, a promise, a seal that heaven's favor rests on you. The old fears, the old delays, the old emptiness, they have no place in this new day. You are walking forward, not in your own strength, but in the overflow of all that has been released. If this resonates with your heart, let your voice join the anthem. Declare in the comments what you are claiming for your house tonight. Share your testimony, your hope, your prayer. If you feel led, subscribe and stay connected, so that this light can continue to grow, not just in your home, but in homes around the world. You are part of a family, a movement, a wave of restoration that is sweeping across the earth. The final seal is this: you are not alone. The King's blessing is upon you. The angels stand guard at your door. The streams of clarity, access, and abundance will not run dry. The decree is open, the promise is alive, and your house is forever changed. Carry this light with you. Let it shine in every conversation, every decision, every new day. Tonight, your house is marked by light. The new dawn is yours. Stay connected, stay blessed, and let the anthem of heaven rise in you, now and always.